I'm getting all the platinums for the Mass Effect trilogy. In the last video, we got the platinum for Mass Effect 1. In today's video, we take on the iconic sequel, possibly the best sequel to a game. We now move on to Mass Effect 2, probably the best trilogy in my opinion, but also the critics. They improved the gameplay, combat, powers, and a whole host of other things. There's 45 trophies to get in this game, 10 more than the previous one, with the game having one of the most convoluted trophies I have ever seen in my life, so much so that I had to follow a flowchart to ensure that I got the trophy. We pick back up with the Normandy and her crew a month after the Citadel siege. They have been sent into space to clear up the last remnants of the Geth. While doing so, they get ambushed by an unknown ship, and Shepard makes Liara escape with the crew, while Shepard goes for Joker, who won't leave the station because he's the pilot. It's here we experience what I thought was so cool back then, showing off the emptiness and quietness of space. We get Joker into the pod when all of a sudden, Shepard and Normandy bite the dust, but then we get a cutscene of him being retrieved, revived, and resuscitated, in the process getting our first trophy story. We then wake up while under attack yet again, with a woman's voice giving us steps on what to do. We are in a facility being attacked by mechs. We work our way through until we meet Jacob, who explains to us that we were dead, resuscitated, and it's been 2 years since that attack.
You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed, dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time.
There's no time to explain, so we head out until we finally reach that female voice being Miranda, and they want to take me to the Illusive Man, who is the one who funded my resurrection. We are introduced to the Illusive Man, and he explains that human colonies are being abducted and to check it out for ourselves if we don't believe him. Also getting the next story trophy. We head to Freedom's Progress, where we happen to run into an old friend. Tali is looking for a fellow Quarian who seems to have lost the plot. He's lost it because he came into contact with the Collectors, an unknown, somewhat mythical race supposedly from the Omega-4 relay, which is an uncharted part of space. Everyone who went through that relay never comes back. We get the data and take it back to the Illusive Man, who confirms he was under the suspicion that it was Collectors, and asks Shepard to amass a team to look into it.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader.
One of which we are already familiar with.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking.
Joker then explains to us that the Council disbanded the crew and grounded them all, and introduces us to our new baby, the Normandy SR2, built with the schematics of the original one with some Cerberus upgrades to boot. We now need to amass our crew. The Illusive Man and Miranda believe starting with the Solarian scientist Mordin is the best place to start, so that's where we'll start. We arrive on Omega with a welcome party of sorts. We meet Ava, who runs Omega, basically warning us not to cause trouble. Turns out Mordin and the one codenamed Archangel from the dossier are here. Mordin is in the quarantine zone, an area where a plague that affects all but the humans is in full swing, and he's trying to find a cure. Turns out the Collectors created the plague, and Mordin agrees to come with us if we can administer the cure he's created into the vents. We do so and collecting a combat trophy in the process, merciless for making 20 enemies scream when falling or burning.
There we go! I have located the fan controls. There are two.
He agrees to meet us on the ship once we have put the cure out there and gets us the trophy, the Professor.
Welcome to the Normandy, Professor. It's an honor to have you on board.
We head into Mordin's newly accessed lab and unlock the trophy scientist for completing an upgrade. Mass Effect 2 increases the party size by nearly double, and you get them in 2 sets between main missions. As soon as you get all the ones available, the rest will unlock, so let's get to it. We get back on board Omega and run into Zaid Masani, the one on the dossier named the Veteran. He was originally a DLC character, so no trophy for obtaining him. He just immediately jumps on the ship when you go back to Omega for the second time.
I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Archangel has everyone after him, and he's being held down by mercs. We get onto the cruise so we can have a conversation with him. We have been designated cannon fodder. In order to distract him while rooting around, we get the Trophy Scholar for finding 15 new codex entries introduced in the sequel.
Kathka?
As we attack, we get a blurry image of Archangel, and we can see that it's a Turian, and it's a Turian we know all too well.
Shepard. I thought you were dead.
It's Garrus, and he's looking a little worse for wear, but he's holding up. We fight 3 factions looking to take him down so we can get him out of there. Albeit it was a close call, but we got there along with it the trophy, Archangel.
Garrus!
We're getting you out of here, Garrus. Just hold on. Radio Joker, make sure they're ready for us.
He's in bad shape. We need to get him out of here.
Before we head to our next recruit, we tackle some of the crew morale missions. Something new in this game, as well as getting the trophy operative for completing a mission or an assignment on an uncharted world.
This computer contains the encrypted intelligence extracted from the captured Cerberus agent. The information could adversely affect Cerberus if it were ever circulated publicly. Data uploaded to Alliance Command.
We next head back to the Citadel and recruit Kasumi Goto. Kasumi is a master thief who has agreed to come on board, but not before informing us that Cerberus has put me forward to help her with a heist. We get to the council, who still, after everything, think Shepard's making it up and that Sovereign was just a ship made by the Geth, and the humans that are being collected are just out of their jurisdiction. And what's more, Cerberus is a council enemy and that I'm committing treason, but they somehow make me a Spectre again so that they can show support.
And I won't let this whitewash continue.
Maybe there is a compromise. Not a public acknowledgement given your ties, but something to show peripheral support.
Shepard, if you keep a low profile and restrict your operations to the Terminus systems, the Council is willing to offer you reinstatement as a Spectre.
Next up is the Warlord. What we know is that he is a Krogan with a millennia of combat experience and a familiarity with collector technology. We meet up with them, and his name is Dr. O'Kare. He is experimenting with cloning Krogans and has managed to create what he says will save the Krogan people with his specimen. He agrees to join if we can help him escape with his experiment. We defeat the base leader, but O'Kare is gassed and leaves us with the Krogan in a bottle. When we get back to the Normandy, we release and wake the Krogan up, who names himself Grunt and agrees to join us, and we get the trophy Krogan.
O'Kare couldn't implant connection. His words are hollow. Warlord, Legacy, Grunt. Grunt was among the last. It has no meaning. It'll do. I am Grunt. If you are worthy of your command, prove your strength and try to destroy me.
You wouldn't prefer O'Kare or Legacy?
It's short. Matches the training in my blood. The other words are big things I don't feel. Maybe they fit your mouth better. I feel nothing for O'Kare's clan or his enemies. I'll do what I'm bred to do. Fight and determine the strongest. But his imprint has failed. Without a reason that's mine. One fight is as good as any other. Might as well start with you.
I have a good ship and a strong crew. A strong clan. You'd make it stronger.
If you're weak and choose weak enemies, I'll have to kill you.
Our enemies are worthy. No doubt about that.
That's acceptable. I'll fight for you.
I'm glad you saw reason.
Offer one hand, but arm the other. Wise Shepard. If I find a clan, if I find what I want, I will be honored to eventually pit them against you.
The convict Jack is the last party member we need at the moment, and we head to the prison ship Purgatory. Before we get to the ship, we collect full power for maxing out one of our powers. We get a guided tour by the warden, but it's a trap. We are worth more as a prisoner, so we break Jack out, escape the ship, and get the trophy convict in the process. With the majority of the party collected, the elusive man makes us aware that a colony named Horizon is about to be hit by collectors. It's time to put Morden's swarm protection to the test. We are made aware Ashley Wilson is also on the planet. We get to Horizon mid-attack and take on the collectors, as well as something that keeps possessing them named Harbinger.
I am assuming direct control.
We manage to stop their attack halfway through by bringing the communication and AA guns back up, forcing them to leave. We then run into Ashley, who can't believe we are working with Cerberus, a known terrorist outfit, and refuses to join the crew.
I'll never work for a group like that. So long, Commander. Good luck.
Joker, send the shuttle to pick us up. I've had enough of this colony.
When we get back, the elusive man has another list of potential crewmates, and once we get them, we can tackle trying to get through the Omega-4 relay. How? I don't know just yet, but for the time being, let's get the rest of the crew. We head to Ilium to recruit the Justicar and the Assassin, but before we do, we find out Liara wants to speak with us. Turns out she's an information broker and provides us with information on Thane the Assassin and Samara the Justicar.
Shepard, this may help me pay a great debt.
There's an Asari named Samara here on Ilium. Do you know where I could find her?
Samara? Yes. She arrived recently and registered with Tracking Officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation hub.
Samara the Justicar is looking for a fugitive. Justicars are kinda like specters for the Asari government. They'll do whatever it takes to complete their mission, including taking out anyone in their way. In order to get us to join, we agree to locate the name of the ship the fugitive got away on. While defeating the Eclipse, we get the trophy warp specialist.
Eyes open, Eclipse.
Once done and taken out the local gang, they agree to join us and we get the trophy Justicar.
By the code, I will serve you, Shepard. Your choices are my choices. Your morals are my morals. Your wishes are my code.
I never thought I'd see a Justicar swear an oath like that.
If you make me do anything extremely dishonorable, I may need to kill you when I'm released from my oath.
I can see that this is a very important act, Samara. Thank you.
Truly, the life of a Justicar can get lonely. I admit I am looking forward to serving with a company of honorable heroes. Shall we return to your ship?
Thane has been sent to take out Nassana Dantius. This name may be familiar if you played all of the side quests in Mass Effect. She was the one that was in charge of a criminal enterprise, and you helped take out her sister, who was threatening to out her. After he finishes the job, he agrees to join us in order to try and gain redemption as he's dying and wants to do some good before he dies. He joins us with us getting the trophy, the Assassin.
I'm trying to make it brighter before I die. Many innocents died today. I wasn't fast enough and they suffered. I must atone for that. I will work for you, Shepard. No charge.
Tali is on Haestrom, a planet where staying out in the sun is going to get you a little bit worse than sunburn. She was sent on a suicide mission to a Geth planet for information crucial to defeating them, but she's trapped and locked in a bunker. It's our job to get past the Geth and rescue her. While doing so, we get Overload Specialist. And also rescue her, gaining the trophy of the Quarian, as she agrees to come on board.
If need be, the Normandy can get you out of here, Rieger.
The Geth didn't damage our ship. As long as we get out of here before reinforcements show up, we'll be fine.
Actually, I won't be going with you. I'm joining Commander Shepard.
I'll pass the data to the Admiralty board and let them know what happened. She's all yours now, Shepard. Keep her safe.
With everyone collected, we need to gain their loyalty, but before we do that, I decided to get a couple of random ones out of the way. Galactic Empire is for fully searching one of the galaxies and gaining 100%. And then the Elusive Man gets in contact with the Normandy to confirm that the Turians have rendered a collector ship inoperable, and we need to go and use EDI, the ship's AI, to data mine whatever information on the Omega 4 relay we can find. It's on the ship that we find out that not only is this ship the one from Horizon, it's also the ship that destroyed the original Normandy. And to top that, turns out the collectors are actually Protheans. They were Protheans, but have been twisted into mindless slaves and their DNA altered by the Reapers. We escape the ship as the weapons are coming online, and in the process, we get the trophy Ghost Ship.
Anywhere that's not here!
Very well. Engage in Mass Effect core.
We are now at a point where we could complete the story by finding the Reaper IFF, but if I want everyone to survive the suicide mission, I'm going to need to build loyalty for everyone and clean up any side quest related trophies before hitting the point of no return. We start with Agent, basically completing 5 missions you find in anomalies on the different planets you scan. Digital Exorcist is a side quest, a VI mission similar to the one in Mass Effect 1. A rogue AI has run amok and you have to stop it. It was originally DLC, but it's been made part of the main game.
Grissom Academy. They can help special cases like David, minus the torture. Joker, contact the Academy and let them know we've got someone who needs their help.
Aye, aye, Commander.
The Elusive Man can fire me if he doesn't like it.
Square root of 912.04 is 30.2. It all seemed harmless. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2. It all seemed harmless. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2. It all seemed harmless.
We get Tactician while completing this, and that is for defeating an enemy while using 2 different biotic powers at the same time.
Hostile combat zone!
Part of Darkness is the trophy related to the other side quest that was originally DLC, Lure of the Shadow Broker. In this mission, you help Liara recover a good friend who went behind the Shadow Broker's back to get Shepard's body to Cerberus, and he is currently paying the price for it. Upon completing the mission, it tees up Liara taking the reins of the Shadow Broker in order for us to get good intel and more intel in the fight against the Reapers. Now we gain the loyalty of the crew. Grunt takes place on Tachanka, where we meet with Rex. Grunt undergoes a Krogan rite of passage, fighting at waves, culminating in a Thresher Maw. Defeating the Thresher Maw under 5 minutes gets us the trophy Big Game Hunter. And for completing Grunt's task, grants us his loyalty and the trophy Battlemaster. Mordin also has his quest on Tachanka. We help rescue his protege, who is brutally experimenting to cure the genophage. We persuade Mordin to save the data, earning his loyalty and the trophy The Cure.
Effects on Krogan, effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here, but you see the loss, too.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Mordin. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data. Wiping local copy. Still years away from cure, but closer than starting from scratch. Done. Ready to go. Ready to be off to Tachanka. Anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
I'd like to look around a bit more.
You gain Thane's loyalty as he is currently dying and his son is headed down a dark path. In order to gain his loyalty, you need to stop his son from ruining his life, and if you do, you gain his loyalty and get the trophy Captain the Creed.
Snipers outside.
I don't need your help. What the hell?
Khalid, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I will. Take the boy into custody.
You son of a bitch!
Your father doesn't have much time left, Kolyat. He's trying to make up for his mistakes.
What? So you came to get my forgiveness? So you can die in peace or something?
I came to grant you peace. You're angry because I wasn't there when your mother died.
You weren't there when she was alive. Why should you be there when she died?
Your mother. They killed her to get to me. It was my fault.
What?
After her body was given to the Deep, I went to find them. The Triggermen, the ringleaders. I hurt them. Eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Kolyat, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers. Boys, take Kolyat and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
I'm surprised you're letting him do that.
You think he's the only man who ever screwed up raising a son? I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
In order to gain Garrus's loyalty, you need to help him avenge his team's death, which was done by one of his other team members. Being the paragon of virtue I am, I managed to talk Garrus down and help him resolve his issue, and that way we get the trophy.
He's already paying for his crime, Garrus. Let him go.
He's still got more to pay. 10 men are dead because of him.
Will killing the 11th bring them back?
They deserved better.
Tell Garrus... I guess there's nothing I can say to make it right.
Just go. Tell him to go.
He's giving you a second chance, Adonis.
I'll try, Garrus. Thank you for talking to him.
I know you want to talk about this, but I don't. Not yet.
Jacob's loyalty is gained by locating his missing father, whose ship went missing 10 years ago, but the emergency beacon for the ship has just gone live. Although it doesn't end great, you resolve his situation and get his trophy.
Who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob.
I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
We get our last non-story character-related trophy weapon specialist for fully upgrading a weapon. Samara's loyalty is gained by taking out her daughter. This crew has a lot of family issues. To be fair, she is a serial killer. We lure her to her apartment and Samara gets justice as well as the trophy doppelganger.
Marin. Mother. Do not call me that. I can't choose to stop being your daughter. Mother. You made your choice long ago. What choice? My only crime was being born with the gifts you gave me. Enough, Moran! I am the genetic destiny of the Asari, but they are not ready to reveal this. So I must die. You are a disease to be purged. Nothing more. I'm as strong as she is. Let me join you. I am already sworn to help you, Shepard. Let us finish this.
End of the line, Morin.
And they call me a monster. Find peace in the embrace of the goddess.
I am ready to leave this place and get on with my life. Are you ready to go as well?
Do you want to talk about what happened?
Shepard, what do you think I will say? What can I say? There are no words. I will try another.
Let's go.
Finally, we have Tali. The Magnum fleet have charged her with treason, so we go there to clear her name. In the process, we find out her father has died and he was into some pretty shady stuff. But we managed to clear her name and keep her father's honor intact for the trophy.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need. But if you want more, I can present the Normandy, which Tali also saved from Geth forces, even though it's too quiet for her to sleep well.
We still don't know what happened on the Alarai.
No, Admiral, you don't. But you gave her my name. I'm her captain. I trust her with my life, and I'm telling you that she's innocent.
And we should just trust this human's opinion?
We placed Tali's life in the human's hands. Would you doubt those words if they came from a Quarian, Captain?
No. Based on the rest of the evidence, I suppose that I wouldn't.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment? Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
With all due respect, Admiral, I didn't represent one of your people. I represented one of mine.
So you did, Shepard.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
I wasn't gonna let Tali Zora Vas Normandy get exiled on my watch.
Thank you, Captain.
This is valuable.
In order to get Miranda's loyalty, you find out she is a genetically modified superhuman that was made by some rich, shadowy figure. Not only that, she has a twin sister, and when she escaped her father, she took her sister, put her in hiding so she could have a normal life. In the loyalty mission, you find out that her father has found her sister, so you need to go and rescue her and make sure she can live that normal life. There are a few twists and turns, a little bit of a betrayal, but in the end, we get the trophy for her loyalty.
Go on. We'll wait here.
For Jack's loyalty, we head to the facility in which she was made. She is a Cerberus experiment. She is a biotic. Now, in the Mass Effect lore, biotics were some people that were kids that were experimented on, humans that were experimented on. Like Hayden in the original game used to get headaches because of some of the experiments were brand new. Well, turns out Jack was Cerberus's elite. Operation Zero. Throughout the mission, you find out that what she remembers might not be so accurate and that she was treated a little bit better than some of the others. Anyway, we escape the facility and blow her up so she has a cathartic release and we gain her loyalty. We can now full throttle to completing the game, going through the Omega 4 relay and taking the fight to the Reapers and the Collectors. First, we need the IFF of the inactive Reaper. It's here we steal the information we need and pick up a surprise Geth. We get the trophy for obtaining Geth tech and we start it up.
Intact Geth. I assure you, the reward is significant.
I'm not deciding one way or the other until I know what we've got here. I want to start it up. Interrogate it.
If we activate it, there is no guarantee we can deactivate it again.
Bullets can.
Turns out this Geth that split off from the Geth worshipping the Reapers, and like us, they are fighting to destroy them. We agree to team up, so you know what that means. A loyalty mission. In this mission, we steal a virus the Reapers have been making to make the Geth more compliant, bring in a... We then use it and flip it to bring a lot of the Geth back on side. And once we made our escape, we get the trophy, A House Divided. Right, now we have a full crew. The IFF is nearly ready to use, and they can test it in our next mission, which just so happens to not be described, not in your journal, and instead of picking your squad before you go, it just so happens the whole squad is going to join you, unlike any mission before, leaving the ship undefended. Turns out the Collectors were in the waiting, they board the ship to take the crew.
Getting out of here!
Propulsion systems are disabled. I'm detecting a virus in the ship's computers.
From the IFF? Damn it, why didn't you scrub it?
Primary defense systems are offline. We can save the Normandy, Mr. Moreau, but you must help me.
You then take control of Joker, the pilot, and while he gives Edie the ship AI role in order to get rid of them, but not before they take the whole squad.
Airlocks as we accelerate. All hostiles will be killed.
What? What about the crew?
They are gone, Jeff. The Collectors took them.
Shit.
We get back to the ship after everyone is gone, so it's time to get everyone back. The IFF is ready, but you need to make sure your ship is fully upgraded. Your squad is loyal, otherwise you will not be able to get the trophy where everyone survives. Now, in order to complete the suicide mission, you need to select the right crew for the right task. Now, while some of them are pretty straightforward, there are a couple that can mess you up. There is no going back once you make your decision without having to start the mission all over again. So much so that I had to refer to this flowchart in order to make sure I didn't miss it. So we head to the Collector home base through the Omega 4 relay, getting the trophy suicide mission.
Critical levels.
Rerouting.
Brace for deceleration.
Oh, shit! Too close.
After doing some drone dodging, we make a hard landing on the base. We set out our game plan in order to rescue everyone, following the steps set out in the flowchart and rescuing the crew. We fight our way through to the center of the base to destroy it when we find out what the Collectors have been doing, kidnapping everyone.
If my calculations are correct, the superstructure is a Reaper.
Not just any Reaper. A human Reaper.
They were making a human Reaper. Why? I have no idea. We need to destroy the human Reaper before we can destroy the base. We destroy the human Reaper, but before we can destroy the base, the Illusive Man tries to talk us out of it and just to radiate and kill the Collectors so we have free reign of the ship.
But leave the machinery and technology intact. This is our chance, Shepard. They were building a Reaper. That knowledge, that framework could save us.
They've liquefied people, turned them into something horrible. We have to destroy the base.
The hero that we are, we decide no and blow the ship up, making a heavy escape, getting the trophy mission accomplished for saving the galaxy.
Detonation in 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, I get the gist of it, Edie. Hold on!
You have failed. We will find another way. Releasing control.
And the final cutscene showing the Reaper fleet is on its way, getting the trophies against all odds and no one left behind, and finally the Platinum Trophy for this game.